with a general reading for Thursday, the 5th, 2026. I'm reading with Tarot of the Divine. And the spread that I'm using is by Viktor Valentim from the deck Tarot dos Cantos de Fada, a fairy tale tarot by Viktor Valentim. This is the Enchanted Castle spread. This is who you are, the difficulties that you may be facing, actions you can take, and the outcome. So we start with the Seven of Coins as the topic or the who you are card of today. In a traditional deck, the Seven of Coins is about that time period when you kind of take a step back and regroup to see if the things that you've been working on are actually panning out the way that you thought they would, and if you need to go back and fix a few things before you move forward, or if you just need to regroup and rest and meditate. This mythology is the Aztec mythology for Mexico. The Seven of Coins representing the desire for a good harvest, though it might require sacrifice. Nanahuatzin must determine when it is right to be patient and when it is better to scrap everything and start fresh. So it's perseverance, decisions, fruition, investment. And just because you have invested in something in the past doesn't mean that all aspects of it are correct. You still might need, it's kind of like writing. You kind of get your first draft done, and then you may have to scrap large sections of it or rewrite large sections of it. And it doesn't mean that you're not being productive. It's a different part of being productive. It's the honing. And so some things have to be sacrificed to the whole. Difficulties that you may be encountering. Interesting, the Ten of Coins, usually a really wonderful card. Also coins here, your family stability, that could be problematic because you just want to keep what you have. You don't want to have to rethink it all again and regroup. This card refers to a Chinese Yao legend. The hard-earned rewards of a difficult venture. Pan Yu celebrates the lineage that benefits from his hard work. The hardships he once endured allow him to appreciate his good fortune and retire surrounded by his progeny. Inheritance, ancestry, settling down, financial stability. Now, but this is one of your problems. And I think the problem is that whatever you're working on, you may be trying to think too much about the end goal, thinking about what you want it to be and what you want it to represent for you. And like, it's kind of like daydreaming about getting the Oscars when you've never even auditioned for anything. um, or, um, or kind of wanting to get a Nobel Peace Prize when you've only been creating chaos. This is so this is a situation where you have you're putting the cart before the horse, is the old saying. So that's the problem that you're dealing with there. And then the Eight of Wands, interesting. This is another self-sacrifice card. This is actually a disputed Native American legend about, I think it's a crow that sacrifices himself by bringing fire to the earth to end the cold winter. The rainbow crow, flying to deliver warmth to the cold earth below, singeing his wings. His sacrifice and swift journey are fruitful. Interesting that all three of these mention sacrifice. So it's hard to miss that message that you may be asking to make sacrifices for long-range achievement. Getting rid of some of the things that you really think you want, or things that you thought you wanted to have and thought you wanted to be able to take them with you, but they're going to be things that you have to give up. So those are significant problems. Giving up on thinking forward, giving up on your forward planning, and giving up on and a very literal sacrifice of yourself. So those are problems that you're dealing with right now. In between these is the Seven of Swords. This card represents the Salish legend of the trickster coyote. Deceit in all of its forms. And you may be and ultimately paying for them. So, and that is between these two things. And so you may be deceiving yourself. These are the things that you can do, and it would be to don't do this. Stop deceiving yourself. Actually, I would say that this is reversed. Stop deceiving yourself that you can just have everything, and because sacrifices do need to be made to get what you want. Here's another card of sacrifice. This is Danae and her young son Perseus escaping after being imprisoned by her father, the Greek mythology legend. And so leaving turbulent waters behind for calmer waters. So this is one of the things you can do, is to do just that. Figure out where's the unnecessary turbulence in your life. And that's something that's easy for us to sacrifice. The things that are causing us problems that we can easily identify and pinpoint causing us problems, those are the easy things to leave behind. This card is based on a Russian fairy tale, Sister Alanushka and Brother Ivanushka, a symbol of hope after a disaster, the need to remain positive after a misfortune. In staying calm and open to future possibilities, seeing your situation with open eyes, mind, and heart. Here, she's looking at the star, but remaining calm. So even in the face of sacrifices that need to be made, this is about opening yourself up to them. So your actions to deal with these things, open yourself up to the sacrifices that have to be made. See them clearly and try not to be reactive to them. You need to face them honestly. You can't even deceive yourself about them. You have to accept what they are. They are sacrifices. And then the things that will be easy to sacrifice are the things that are causing you trouble. Those things are always easy to sacrifice. The other things that may have to be sacrificed that you think you want, that you want to bring with you, you're going to have to be honest with yourself about those. And then finally, the outcome. Here we have the Queen of Coins, one of my favorite cards. Queen of Coins, Two of Cups, Knight of Swords, great action, and the Queen of Swords. So we have loving and protective outcomes, and we have really action and decisive outcomes. This is Queen Waramagunju. This is a deity from northern Australia. Eager mother ready to bring new life has traveled the world, blessing her many children. Always moving, loving, and ever practical, she teaches her children how to help themselves. So a lot of energy here. This is a Sumerian mythology from Iraq of Enkidu and Gilgamesh, created as equals in every way. After initial rocky meeting, they come to love each other as opposites who understand that they complete each other. So here we have a great deal of love, and this is more of a teaching and protective, and this is more of a pairing energy here. And here we have the Knight of Swords, a Malaysian legend of Hang Tuah, an intelligent, unafraid soldier leaping into battle, employing unconventional techniques to win, rebellious, loyal, and a fierce champion. And this is the Chinese legend of Turandot. Interesting. It says it's an Arabic folk tale from China. That's what the book says. She can be charming and witty when she chooses, open-minded and intelligent, but she is fierce and exacting. She does not forget betrayal, so her judgments, while fair and principled, can seem brutal and cold. And you will feel that, maybe even internally, as you cut away some of the things that you don't need. But you have a great deal of action. And interesting, I made this analogy towards writing when you have to just be really brutal and cut out the things that you don't need. And here, these final outcomes after these more introspective actions, the outcomes here are quite active. Here we have active, 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 and a strong pairing. So you're probably going to be having some help with this as the day progresses today. You are going to have to be take unusual steps and be ruthless in some of the decisions that you have to make to be able to move forward. And this will be just remembering who you are, this, and why you're doing these things. You're doing these for the good of others around you. And this is all going back to this topic of honestly evaluating who you are, getting an overview of what you're working on, and if you're headed in the right direction, and how to course correct if you need to course correct, being honest with yourself about that. remaining calm in the face of these changes and making any decisions to move away from things that are not helping you. And you can cut those away quite fearlessly. And what will help you remain calm is remembering those who support you and those that you support. I'm going to add 2 of the tea leaf fortune cards. Butterfly, change for the better. So that, once you're able to come to terms with, you have to deal with what you have, not where it is now, not with where you hope it's going to be eventually. That will be a change for the better, and it will help you remain calm and just float on those changing winds and keep your viewpoint strong. And the key, the successful outcome to your problems, will be the easiest step here, the easy step of moving away from the turbulent waters and cutting things that cause you problem, cutting those things away. And for this, making sure you're being honest with yourself. You may be in need of help, assistance, and guidance, and interesting that this is right here. So you have a good friend who understands you clearly, and that person is going to help you be honest with yourself about what's helping you, what's not helping you, and what you need to get rid of. I'm not pretending that I know all of these mythologies. I am actively consulting the book. So I'm kind of going through with my knowledge of the usual card meaning, and then reading from the book these mythologies to layer them in. I've mentioned layering recently, and I will be talking about that more. And then layering in the oracle cards as well. I hope this has meaning for you today and helps you cut through some of the things that you've been fighting with yourself against, so that you can more clearly and easily identify the things that need to be cut away, and the things, your reason for doing it, and the things and people that are going to help you do it. This is Kara from Lady Kara Tarot. Have a clear-eyed and strong day. Thank you.